Hi, Wall Street Bets, and greetings from beautiful Rwanda. I'm Tara Stawinski, the president and CEO of the Dian Fossey Gorilla Fund. I was actually packing to come here when you all first started your generous campaign in support of the endangered gorillas we work to protect. While I was waiting to take off from the U.S., you had already raised $200,000. When I landed in Rwanda 24 hours later, that number stood at $265,000. Now, as I record this, we're at $333,000, and I continue to be stunned by your generosity. This is a lot of money for an organization such as ours. We are on the ground in 2 different countries in Africa, Rwanda, where I am standing today, and the neighboring Democratic Republic of the Congo, which is home not only to mountain gorillas, but their cousin, the critically endangered Browers gorillas. Bear with me now as I throw some numbers at you. Like you, at the Fossey Fund, we all geek out on numbers. But while you all think about stock values and economic forecasts, I am usually obsessing about gorilla stats and donation amounts. The Fossey Fund has been in existence for more than 50 years. We were started by one woman, Dian Fossey, who came to Rwanda alone to set up a tent in the forest and begin studying gorillas. At the time, they were thought of as ferocious beasts, like King Kong. Dian's work revealed the true nature of gorillas, and they now have the nickname Gentle Giant. Dian's life was cut tragically short when she was killed in 1985. She literally lost her life protecting gorillas. But her work and life story started an international movement to save gorillas and inspired generations of conservationists, including me, to follow in her footsteps. During Dian's time, the mountain gorilla population in this region reached a low of 250 individuals. Dian believed they would be extinct by the year 2000. Instead, through years of dedicated effort by the governments of the countries where they are found and conservation organizations like ours, they are the only great ape that is increasing in number. But this success is still fragile. Just over 1,000 mountain gorillas remain on the planet. And their cousin, the Browers gorillas, with whom we work in Congo, are experiencing catastrophic decline and have lost an estimated 80% of their population in just the last 20 years. And that is why your incredible support of our work is so important. The impact of your investment goes well beyond the gorillas themselves. As a nonprofit, we are completely dependent on donations to run our programs. And most people are not aware that only 3% of charitable donations in the U.S. go towards the environment, and then only a fraction of this is spent on charities like us working internationally. As financial analysts, you probably spend your time studying various companies, evaluating their business decisions on a daily basis, and so I think you want to know what we plan to do with your donations. First off, we have a long-standing reputation for being careful stewards of our money. We have a 4-star rating from Charity Navigator, the principal nonprofit watchdog. Your investment will drive forward the 4 key pillars of our work. First and foremost, gorilla protection. Our more than 120 trackers are in the forest 365 days a year, protecting individual gorillas and their families. They remove snares and other threats to the gorillas and animals in the forest, and their work is never easy. They sometimes hike for up to 8 hours a day in incredibly difficult conditions. Our second focus is on science. Our research on the gorillas is one of the longest and largest of any animal in the world, and is helping to provide critical information to further their conservation. Our motto is helping people, saving gorillas, because we know successful conservation involves addressing human needs too. In total, these programs touch the lives of more than 15,000 people each year. Finally, we are proud to work alongside local universities to train the next generation of African conservationists to face the challenges of the future. Why conserve gorillas? Conserving gorillas goes well beyond just protecting the species itself. Conserving gorillas also helps us. Gorillas live in the Congo Basin, which is the 2nd largest tropical rainforest left on the planet, and it's one of our best natural defenses against climate change. And the gorillas are the gardeners of this forest. They help keep it healthy. So when we protect gorillas, we're protecting these forests, and ultimately, we're also protecting ourselves. One of my favorite stories about gorillas is the story of Cansby. He's a silverback, and oftentimes silverbacks are left to babysit the kids. And so one day he was babysitting and he had all these kids near him, and every time they came near him, he gave them a warning vocalization, what we call a pig grunt. It kind of sounds like, And because of that, the kids really gave him a wide berth. They kept moving around him and not approaching him like they would normally do. And this was a very unusual behavior for Cansby. But when the group finally moved on and our trackers went to follow him, it turns out that Cansby had been sitting next to a snare that could have entangled one of the baby gorillas. And so by doing this vocalization, he protected his family and kept them away from this dangerous snare. So amazing. They're so like us, and they really deserve a place on this planet. And that is why your incredible support of our work is so important. Your passion for gorillas has inspired all of us at the Fossey Fund. Thank you so much again for your generosity and bringing so much positive attention to the gorillas and their plight. They are one of the world's most at-risk species. With the support of people like you, we can help ensure their future. Apes together strong.